Good afternoon. I'm Elisabeth Frost. I was President of the Australian Pharmacy Council from 2006 until 2010, and I'd like to add my congratulations to the Australian Pharmacy Council on its 40th anniversary. Congratulations on continuing to set standards for pharmacy education and for the work in ensuring all pharmacists continue to meet those standards in order to provide an excellent pharmaceutical service for the public. In 1996, as a member of the Pharmacy Board of New South Wales, I joined the Association of Pharmacy Registering Authorities, APRA. The then president of APRA was a Victorian, Pam Neiman. She inspired me greatly with her skills in chairing meetings, but particularly with her commitment to ensuring that the public were well served and cared for by the pharmacy profession. Soon after that, I joined the Australian Pharmacy Examining Council, APEC. Here I was inspired by Professor Lloyd Sanson, by his commitment to ensuring that overseas pharmacists coming to Australia were treated fairly. He was, and still is, committed to giving them the opportunity to understand and to meet the standards of pharmacy practice in Australia. Since that time, there have been significant changes to those bodies. In 2002, APRA became the Council of Pharmacy Registering Authorities, or COPRA, with a part-time CEO. In 2006, at the instigation of Lloyd Sanson, APEC and COPRA merged. This was a very sensible combination. It combined the roles of both bodies: regulation, examination, accreditation. By 2007, COPRA was large enough to employ a full-time CEO, Lynn LeBlanc. It was my privilege at that time to be president. A name change was suggested. The suggestion was that we become the Australian Pharmacy Council, or APC. This put the organisation more in line with similar organisations such as the Australian Medical Council and the Australian Dental Council. To APC, we welcomed a continuing association with the heads of schools of pharmacy in Australia and New South Wales, and also with the Pharmaceutical Society of New Zealand. Bronwyn Clark was a representative from New Zealand. She was a wonderful asset in her work with competency standards and accreditation. The challenges of APC were many. With differing state rules and regulations, it was sometimes frustratingly difficult to reach agreement on guidelines for some areas of practice. However, it was encouraging at this time to work with authorities to facilitate a national registering authority, as we knew it would put an end to many of those frustrations. With the move towards national registration and a national board, it was necessary for APC to look towards a new constitution with new membership and new ownership. This was a challenge for us all. It was important to work with all areas of the profession as well as with the community. There were many differing points of view. However, with goodwill, this was achieved in time for national registration in 2010. It was pleasing to have had the support of the extended pharmacy family. During this time, I continued to work with overseas pharmacists who had come to live in New South Wales. For me, this work was extremely rewarding. The stories of experiences of the candidates confirmed to me just how fortunate we are to be in Australia. I'd like to share some of those comments. One young mother fled her war-torn country with a small baby. With encouragement from APEC and very hard work on her part, she passed through all the steps and became registered. She brought tears to my eyes when she sent me this text. "I have just finished my first day as an Australian registered pharmacist. It is one of the best feelings." The candidates were all grateful for the support and encouragement given to them by APIC. One said, "I have to admit that the standard of competency of pharmacy in Australia is far higher than it was in my home country. Thank you to all at APIC for the courtesy shown and the assistance given during my registration period." Another comment, "The examination process has helped me to feel more confident working in the pharmacy and helping customers." The work of the Australian Pharmacy Council over the years has been varied, challenging and rewarding. At the same time, the role of pharmacists has been continually evolving. Well done to the present team at APC for being swift to adapt to so many changing circumstances. Best wishes for continued success.